Hello guys, welcome back to Cassette Confessions. This video we're looking at Paws for Thought, another stories from 1995. We've come back to Fourways Farm. Oh yes, underrated classic, fantastic show, one of my personal favourites. One of my highly viewed videos on my channel, the Powerful Nostalgia video for Fourways Farm. I thought that, I was quite surprised that I actually got bigger reception than most of the others, actually, to be honest. I think there's people hungry for that sort of entertainment, even though Channel 4 are a bunch of bastards, of course, with the copyright thing, of course. There is still one learn on YouTube at the moment, of course, Buried Treasure, but there's another one, I think there's maybe another one on something called archive.org. People will probably know what that is. But we're talking about Paws for Thought. So this is I think the earliest one out of the bunch I've got. And there's some interesting stuff on this one. Released in 95, we have 5 episodes, of course. They were released in 95, but out of all, well, sort of differently. I think like bi-monthly type thing, really. Like maybe release once a month each story. It was released during the Channel 4 learning scheme sent up. What do you call it? Like a learning program, of course, like a learning block, very much. And that was sort of thing really between 93 and 96. They were just had 5 stories just over those years. Excuse me. And we're talking about selection today, actually, so that's pretty good. So we'll delve into the episodes that actually they're actually really good episodes, really good stories on this one. I think some ones actually are. Well, I think every single one of them are actually pretty good. There may be some different opinions, some favourite episodes, of course. If you actually comment down below if you like this series, this TV show, kudos to you and kudos to me, because I love it. I think it's fantastic. It's underrated. It's pure 90s, of course, but it's fantastic. It's been pushed on the carpet for many years. It's time to bring it out a few more times to get the message across, just to make some good little bit of content about it, make people get talking about it. Yes, indeed. Right. So it's hard to pinpoint what version I've got, because I can't remember. It might be the original 95 version with the video collection, of course, but there's a what do you call it? There were some sources, and you say it might have been reissued multiple times, during the time, like I think late 95 and 98 or 97, whatever years really. But I think the version I've got is the original version from 95, from mid-summer 95, I think. But yeah, I think that's probably the version, really, I think, if I can remember properly. So, video collection, of course, very much. It's all of it, and towards the end of its lifespan, because 95 was sort of like its last bit, even though it's been going on for, let me think, 84, 86? I think 84, actually. 85, maybe. So it's done its fair run, of course, and this is like its final shelf life, its final run for this one. So yes, we got that. Then we got the episodes, of course. We open with Birth and Death. Now, this actually got a Peabody Award in the States. There is actually footage of it. I think I've mentioned this before in the Powerful Nostalgia video. But it is fantastic. Even it's mentioned in the description on the back of the cover on the VHS. Like award-winning episode, focused on the events of life and death, really. To put it bluntly, the rats in Davenport find a dead bird in the farm. And they basically, say what they're going to do with it, of course. The rats are sort of unsure, and even Davenport himself, really. Say, is it sleeping? No, it's stone cold. So it's dead. And what they did was they end up burying it in the garden and sending it find the wishes, of course. And that's all gets them talking about, the afterlife and everything else. The sort of, the start of life, middling bit, and towards the end, of course. Just a lifespan really story, but it's really fascinating. You never really see something like that, even as educational as something like that. It's pretty outstanding. I'm very pleased that it actually got the recognition of as an award. It did. It probably hasn't got recognition now because of its limited copyright thing going on and stuff. It's never been shown. It's only been released on VHS, not on DVD or anything like that. Well, it has been released on DVD, but oh boy, the truth about that is quite saddening. Yeah, but it's a great episode. Great way to start it off. Very bold start to go on. Then we've got Paws for Thought. So we've got like a story episode this time, and it basically talks about the size of paws, I mean, like a foot size, really, to be honest, like a foot size type episode, really. You know, like displaying people's size and feels in the snow. You know, just like one of those things, really. It's okay, really, to be honest. Can't remember much about it though. I think just sets in snow, really. Then we've got Snow Problem, another actually fantastic episode that I remember. All I can remember, I think I remember that was because Dudley gets stuck in a pond, he does, and he nearly freezes to death. Of course, or he gets stuck in the snow, nearly, you know, and just, you know, and he gets frozen to death, really. And yeah, I sort of remember it rings, it sort of brings back, it does, but it's a great episode. I think that's another standard episode I call Along with Birth and Death from this VHS. Then we got Hot and Cold, just different types of fuel, really, just to fuel a fire. That's all right, actually. It's not bad, actually. Pretty good story. And then we've got Shadow Play, which he finishes off the VHS. There's only 5 stories on the VHS. Another good one, yes. Just to do with shadows, really. You know, in light, of course, and shadow puppets and that sort of thing, really. Simple times they were. Animation's fantastic, of course. You know, Martin Jarvis, who did Huxley Pig, and what else did he do? He appeared in, I think I mentioned before, he appeared in the Doctor Who Big Finish Audio Jubilee, Rob Schumann's Jubilee, as a sort of a corrupted mayor, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're familiar with Jubilee and Rod Schuman's work, just tell me down below. Give me a little bit inside about Martin Jarvis's character. Yeah, great stuff. I mean, his voice work is fantastic on this show. Brilliant, fantastic. I always love the cover as well, like a very hand-drawn-esque cover. Fantastic. He only used on the first 4 VHSs, you know, Moonstruck, Ups and Downs, Buried Treasure, Paws Fort. And then never did with the 4 seasons one, which is quite a shame, really. They went for a more photo-esque type style, really. But that sketch is fantastic, you know. And then of course the primary colours, you know, well, the 3 primary colours plus green. You know, so it suits it nicely, it does. You always kind of thought, what would 4 seasons be like? You know, you still got the same sketch. Would it be orange or purple? That's the thing. And I'll have its VCR logo in the corner, like same old, really, like with the rest, you know. It all fits in, really. You sort of get that in the 95 releases anyway, so it all fits in smoothly, it does. You know, a gentle, what do you call it? Transition. So that's me talking about Paws for Fort and other stories. The Forest Farm video. Forest Farm is a recurring thing as well. I think there's only 2 I'm going to cover as well in this series, of course. I don't know that many, really. I remember only about 3, really. So, yes. That's it, really. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. As always, see you for the next video. Goodbye.